Demon basketball coach Mike McConathy, whose team is coming out of the holiday and getting back to action with a warm-up game, if you will. I know that's not the way you're looking at it, but it is the last game before conference play Sunday at 4 o'clock against champion Christian in Prather Coliseum. And Coach, as seemingly has become traditional for the holidays with the Demons, you've got problems at point guard.
You know, a lot of times people go into the Christmas holidays, they got a lot of packages under their tree. Well, what's happened to us in the last 3 to 4 years that we've had no packages under our tree and less players. We've lost C.J. Jones, who's been started 18 conference games last year and has started every game this year. We lost him to a separated shoulder. I don't know what the prognosis is, how long he'll be out, but I know that he is working very hard with our trainer, Stephen Kim, to try to get himself back in a position to where doctors can evaluate him and move forward to that. But we just got to move forward. John Norvell, who's been doing a great job. We've got LaTerrence Reed, who was a point guard in junior college, that we're getting him some minutes there. And then Brian White, we're very hopeful we'll get to get in his first game in Prather Coliseum on Sunday. So
the return of Brian White could help offset this to some degree.
Yeah, it can help. I mean, the only thing is, though, there's no remedy for lack of experience. And I mean, CJ, he got thrown to the wolves last December the 28th at Nichols State, and so that's a situation. But I mean, he's a competitor. He's played at a high level high school program, very successful program at Natchez Central under Micah Coleman, 3-time All-State player. I mean, he's been in the big games, been on a state championship team. So you know, if anybody can do that, Brian White can do it.
You've been with this team now for a couple of days working out. What have you seen that you like?
I think it's been a good thing. I think that the break was very much needed. I mean, I don't think we really realized we played 13 games since November the 6th. And one of the things that's hurt us, and I know that, you hear a lot of it on our radio broadcasts, and you've watched it, and I've watched it, where we hadn't shot the ball well. But the first 3 to 4 games, we shot the ball pretty well. But as it wore on, we didn't shoot the ball well. One was confidence, because we were overmatched against really, really high-level teams. The second part of it was we were overmatched, lack of confidence, but we didn't have opportunity to practice. When you get in those stretches to where you're playing 4 games in 6 and 7 days, you're not getting any extra shots up. You're working on what the opponent's doing. You're working on what you're going to do, but really truly, if you can't make the baskets, it doesn't really matter what you do or what they do if you don't make baskets. So we've been spending a lot of time during this little break here, and we did this prior to our previous last 2 games against Southern as well as Louisiana College. We've been coming in and getting shots up in the morning, and then we come back and get our practice in the afternoon, which is not normal for us to do, but it's something that we've done, and we feel like that the adjustment's been really good for our team.
Your team did play a demanding out-of-conference schedule, and now that you look back on it, boy, Texas Tech, Houston, right at the forefront of a very challenging stretch that allowed you to see a lot about your team. What did you see?
I saw there were some areas that we really got better at. I mean, if you go back to the Texas A&M game, we're down by 15, I believe, in the first half, 14 or 15. We come back and cut it to 10. It stays for 10 most of the way, and then we end up getting beat by 21. But we actually played really, really well in the second half, only having 3 and 4 turnovers. And then against Texas Tech, we come out and actually outscored them 36-28, did a much better job in the second half to cut our turnovers down again, so we did a great job with that. So I learned that the focus part of it is very critical, and it's also very critical for us, as I've always known, not to turn over the basketball, because if you turn it over, they're getting an opportunity to score that you didn't get. So, we've got to take care of the ball. We saw some kids step up at different points. Dalen Williams had a great second half at Texas Tech. Larry Owens had a good two-game stretch there down the stretch at the end. Did some good things there. LaTerrence Reed bounced off of a tough night at Texas Tech to come back and have a really nice night at Southern University. C.J. Jones, who was playing extremely competitive, but also with confidence, did a really nice job. Darren Dixon had some good moments, especially at Texas A&M, really competed, attacked the basket well, and did a really good job. So, getting some minutes out of DeAndre Love, and defensively, Brandon Hutton, we thought he did some really nice things. along the way. And I like all young men, Brandon wants to score, but we want him to be able to gain confidence in his offense through his defense to where he can get some easy buckets and makes him better and it makes us better.
And not to be overlooked is you're on a 2-game winning streak.
Well, I tell you what, that's been sweet. I wondered why the Christmas holidays were so nice.